Oh, and I've been muted the whole time. Alright, that's fine though. Welcome in to another stream. Lots changed personally since the last go around here. As you can see, I got these temporary bifocals on just because I'll say this without getting into many specifics. If you know me, you can message me personally if you're curious for more information. But for the most part, if I do this, we'd be going like 0-15 or 1-14 since we already have that win. But yeah, again, I'm not really. It's been since last Thursday, I think it was. Yeah, Thursday, because I remember it was that Patriots game that just was an absolute bore. But so we played 3 games. I think the goal today might be just to play Notre Dame. I got to get used to these, but I'm hoping they're helpful in some capacity. So I'd say 1-2 games probably. We'll probably play the next game. And if we're feeling ourselves, we'll get to game 3. But no crazy stream tonight. Just come in, play with the boys, win some games. So let's see. And this first game versus Notre Dame is like a season-deciding game. Because we can still win the MAC very easily. And we can still get in the college football playoff. Like, that's not out of the picture yet. But a loss to Notre Dame here would make that significantly harder for us. So I'm just looking through. Harris, 6 interceptions. That's 2 per game, honestly. That's not the worst pace. What else we got? He's leading with rushing. I do want to get Ryan going more in the rushing. That 88 overall has to come in somewhere. Billy doing a great job receiving. Cud with 21 catches. Wow, that's awesome. And then Doro Beckham only has 5. Love to see him get more involved. John's 6. He's been a surprise. Again, is he like the number 4 wide receiver? Is he number 5? I think he's number 5. Yeah, Billy Costo, Dorial Cud. So that 5th wide receiver slot can get sneaky in there. But I'm just going to get into the game. But I'll let you know, we are right on the outside for the media poll. Maybe coaches, we're getting a little yanked around right now in terms of the rankings. Maybe the coaches don't have us, if I recall. Again, this is all at the end of last stream, I believe. But yeah, we're like 26th for the media. So if we win this game, especially versus a team I think they're like 21. We'll get back in the rankings. And once that, we got our MAC schedule. We go on a MAC home stretch. Wow, South Bend, Indiana. Is that right? So I believe that's where the Winter Classic was. The Winter Classic was in this stadium. So this should be all right. Trying to run basically to start the game. So here's the thing. Again, with these temporary bifocal solutions on my face, we got to keep things simple. We got to focus on game. And yeah, 1 yard there. I thought Cub was going to get a little more separation. So you can see, again, we have the camera in the top right. I still think so far it's been the best spot. If anyone has any other ideas, they'll let me know. But you can see the pulse meter right now, just based on the routes, if you can't see it in the top right, is absolutely through the charts. Good first down, Billy. That's a good first set of downs right there. 0 yards. 1 yard, 10. Let's get a run here by Ryan. Let's get us a couple more than 2 yards. Oh, that's well more than 2. That's way more than 2. That's a first down. All right. Let's keep it going. Alberic, I want to run with you. All right, good. Even though it's an option, we're going to run this no matter what. That right side. We're going to try to follow 71, even though he went to... See, this guy who tackled me, I thought 71 was going to go towards him. Not at all. All right, I was looking for a split screen. I found it. I like that. All right, I was hoping it was Ryan, but Alberic, hopefully that 99 acceleration comes through here. All right, get around 1 tackle and just get that first down. Great, simple stuff to start the game. Sean McNair. That sounds like a combination of people I know. Even though I don't know any McNairs off the top of my head. Obviously, I know a Sean, I know a Mick, I know multiples of each. But like that Steve McNair, that sounds like a real person. And I guess unless you're a senior year redshirt, all the real people in this game should be gone by now. Maybe there's a redshirt freshman from like the first season that's left, and that's across the entire like NCAA spectrum, not just UMass. But I legitimately don't know. That's when I just don't know enough about college football, even to take an educated guess. All right, can't see the thing. 2nd and 4. Oh, I want cut on a zig here. Cut on a zig gets me a first down. He didn't hear me. Come on, Cud. Listen to your boy. All right. He doesn't want to listen, and I can't see the play clock. All right, take that first down, Harris. Take a little more. Nice run, Harris. That went from being just 4 yards for a first down to a touchdown. Love to see that. Hopefully we got a stop. All right, we held him to a field goal. Let's just do another slow drive. Another slow drive. I realize, so let me pull this up on my iPad, though. I don't have the second screen up today because this is going to be a quick stream. I just want to get in and out. Again, try out these, keep the boys warm, keep myself warm. Because if you saw the last stream after that 4-day hiatus between seasons, I definitely was colder than I have been. So, we gotta, that's what happens when you have a consistent schedule. But hey, life's unpredictable, it gets crazy. Alright, that was the timeout hitting the little table in front of me, which this part's wet. Oh, it's because of this drink. I just wanted the first down there. All right. 20 seconds left, Josh. Get us started. All right. They'll try coming back to the left. Didn't work. All right. 12 seconds left. Yeah. Get us to the line. We'll run another play. Again, the stadium post right now is off. It's off the... Oh, who is that? Is that Cud? You could have gave it. Again, I don't know football rules that well. Hey, shout out the Leprechaun. Hey, okay. Hey, all right. But again, I don't know much about college. I don't know the ins and outs. Most of my knowledge is based off the NFL. And I know it's 1 foot for a catch. I know that difference. But, again, that Leprechaun really kind of distracted me there. What was I about to talk about? Was it something recent? What rule would I have been confused about? I'm pretty sure we just did a run off the bat.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm.
Whatever. There's some rule. Some college rule. I wasn't going to figure it out anyway, so. Let's go. Good drive right now. All right. Good to double check. Good to see that we are, in fact, live. Because we could have been going the whole time and not been live. Oh, I couldn't get the pass off in time. And I kind of sniffled and my glasses got adjusted. All right, 3rd and 12. Oh. So I don't think this got carried over game to game, but Flannery currently is serving a 1-game suspension for off-the-field issues. He got benched last game, if you were watching on the stream. And now we got Will Perry for the kicker. He's going to be kicking today. If there's an injury, I guess we're going to have to get Flans in. But as of right now, he is... We do not plan on playing him in this game. That's... Oh, I didn't see it. I thought... I kind of had to adjust my vision there. Flag. Great call. Great call, Blue. We'll accept that. And they're going to give him another split screen. These extra yards. They're going to be like, oh, see Ryan? He's usually not, even though he's the third down back, he's usually, oh, dude, this offensive line is not giving me a chance. And this offensive line is at its max unless something's changed. But I'm not even going to check that because nothing should have changed. But let's get some yards here. Oh, there's Kennedy. The big fella. Nice truck. Nice first down. All right, there's stadium pulse right now, as you can see. You can see it now. It's behind. It's in front of me, like right there on the screen. When it pops up, it's going to be right there. But, so right now it's low, so Even though I guess that penalty on the punt would probably got up again. All right, their stadium pulse looks higher again, and you can see by the wiggling route. I don't even know what we're doing. 2nd and 7 with a run to Ryan. All right, he's going to go that way just to go back that way. I don't think he took anybody with him, but 3rd and 4. I'll say if we don't get the first down here, we are definitely going to go with a field goal. We're going to see what Perry can do. All right, Kennedy, you're going to try that wheel. Cud, can you zig? All right, I'll then send Dorio straight. Billy will come back. All right, I like all of these. Oh, dude. Why'd you run like 5 yards back? All right. Fullback dive here. Notre Dame, they've had a good line. Give me a field goal. Let's make it a touchdown game. Ooh, all right, 12 yards. All right.
He's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
Beautiful by Perry. Shout out Will Perry. Ooh, do I do my Doofenshmirtz impression? Do I Again, my Doofenshmirtz, I only got 2 impressions. I can do. I tell this to everyone. One I could do anytime on command. I'd say my Mr. Crocker impression I have pretty down to a T. But, it's the Dr. Doofenshmirtz one there, see? It's the Dr. Doofenshmirtz one where I need to get my voice to like a certain raspiness that I can't control. Sometimes it just naturally happens, but that's not one I would sell tickets for. I wouldn't sell tickets to see me pretend. Maybe I could do probably Crocker, like one of those things you see where they got like some special effects and I'm the guy behind the screen and you're interacting. I think if anyone saw any of the D23 stuff in the past weekend, I think they had Rocket from Guardians doing that, something like that. A lot of things you see in like Disney World and stuff. That'd be cool. But let's see. Can I get my voice raspy enough? What are you, some kind of plumber? A platypus prepared, a platypus plumber. Unexpected. By unexpected, completely expected. See, I don't know. That one's, I don't think that sounds good. Sometimes I can make it sound a lot better. But again, that one, my voice is not raspy right now. If I get it raspy, I can do Doofenshmirtz. If not, I'll just stick with Mr. Crocker.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive.
I had nothing there. All right, our defense is bailing us out right now because we've stalled on offense. I don't even know what play we're doing. Fantastic, which is why Harris, you're booking it out of there. Get the first down at least. All right, 3rd and inches. All right, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. All right, Harris, just don't get sacked here. Wouldn't let me throw the ball. Even if I want to throw it away, it wasn't getting enough time to do that. All right, I let go of the meter like before the top of the thing. What's going on here? Is this stadium pulse like messing me up that bad? Again, I wish we could see this pulse in Amherst, but as someone who went there for 5 years and didn't attend a single football game, I can't say much. But like I've said before in stream, when they stormed the field after UMass won the Cum Bowl, and all like 20 fans went on the like that, I missed that. I missed a great chance to be a part of a storm chase. But now that I'm post-college, and unless something dramatically changes in the professional sports world, I don't think I'm going to have the opportunity to storm chase again. So I missed it, but again, in my defense, I don't think I was there that weekend in Amherst. I think it was one of those weird weekends where like people go home. But I remember being on Twitter and seeing the video of them storming the field, and I was really upset. I was like, damn. And I would have gone to the game either way, but if you said, hey, if they win, and they're going to win, we're going to storm the field, I would have been like, all right, I'll be there. But hey, I guess that's probably on me for being so picky. I'm like, I'll go if this guaranteed result happen. But based on what I heard, I don't think I missed anything not going to the UMass game. All right, tie game going into the half. All set. I guess With these on, I wouldn't be able to see anything on the screen. But with them on, it helps a bit. You may, if anyone's been watching and been seeing open guys, that's probably the answer. Because you saw in the last season, I see guys that do it. But right now, I'm just trying to play football. And that was just... All right. All right, good stop by the D, though, because they were starting with the ball, which was huge. All right, Harris, patient in the pocket. Find your guy. Simple as pie. Nice job, Martin. I don't know why he's in there over Stan right now, but that might be the best play for this team. All right. 3rd and what? 3rd and 3. All right, an inside cross. It's basic, but it should work.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Find his tight end. Nice job.
Is that Stan? I think that was Stan. Shout out Stan. I think. Ooh, is Kennedy hurt, or is he just tired? Because I knew Martin was in the game. All right. Hopefully Kennedy is just fatigued.
Looking to move it through the air. Dumps it off in the flats.
Out of Ryan. All right, good job. Again, I can't. The play clock disappearing when you do that isn't. Unless there's something that I'm missing in the game. Help me out, chat. 52. Get out of my way, bro. Could have got at least 3 yards there. Made this a 3rd and short. Can't even hold on to the dang ball. Need to stop here by our defense. And we got just that. Nice work. Seems like they're running the ball. I think we got to go back to running the ball. Especially in our current state of health. Good. All right, that's 3 yards. All right, I was hoping for 4 there. Let's keep going. All right, this play I liked. All right, Stan is the main option, but Harris might take this himself. All right, I wasn't going to get out of there with... Did he lose a yard? All right, he gained a yard. All right, I like the slants here. All right, where's Kennedy? All right, Cud. If they don't guard you here, you're the #1 guy. Oh, dear. Couldn't even get around the one guy. All right, they're close, but our defense needs to stop. Hopefully that was just a field goal. All right, field goal, 4:13 left. I think we 100% just need to sustain a long drive. Again, we got to factor in our players' health and everything like that. All right, that's a good first down and give us some breathing room. Right now, I'm going to do another run. I want 9 yards. I want 9 yards. And Cud, he might get open. He wasn't, though. He wasn't open. Harris senior year. Shout out Harris senior year. He hasn't been playing like a senior, but see, they got to fix this glitch because 2nd and 11. Come on. 13! Ryan, turn around! Help your brother out! Just all you gotta do is stand there. All you gotta do is stand there. Alright, Josh. I need a yard from you here, Josh. Just a yard. Nothing more, nothing less. We're just gonna... Nothing crazy there. I just ran it straight into the vial until Ooh, Josh is really hurt. Anyone see that? He's like really, this is a tilt. That's why we got to sustain a nice drive here. We got to use your legs. Like right now, okay, if R1 isn't going to move, might as well just run with Harris. I forgot to double tap there, but all right, we haven't wasted as much clock as I would have liked for not doing any hurry up. So I guess right now we're just going to keep playing because we need points. Get through. Who's that? Is that John? Shout out John. He's been a sneaky wide receiver 5. I love him. That was Canavan last year, I think. Unless, yeah, I think it was Canavan or Doug. Yeah, I think it was Canavan. And we've put him on. We've gave him some time to develop in the scout team this year because there we go, Harris. All right, we'll take that. That should give plenty of time on the clock if they score. That's huge. Nice run, Harris. All right. Let's we're not going to watch just yet, but we'll jump play by play. Shout out Will Perry. For those joining late, catching the end of this game, Flannery is currently serving his suspension. So, nice job, Tanyan. Got a sack. All right, that was the name of the QB, and he's hurt. Ooh. All right. A 3-yard rush. So now they're 3rd and 13. And, of course, the backup throws a 26-yard pass. Okay. All right. Incomplete pass. Love to see that. 2-minute warning. I must have missed something there. And a 30-yard touchdown. Hey. 146. They get the extra point. All right. That's the last thing I really wanted, if I'm being honest. In my current condition, the last thing I wanted was... The last thing I wanted was like a drive like this to end the game. But, Harris, my first response is going to be, just check out the season finale. Just skim through it, but you didn't win it. You won some other awards, though. How do you not catch that? All right, it's 3rd and 10. We obviously have to go. It's a 4-down territory right now. So, Ryan, just give us as many yards as you can here.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. A little screen to the running back.
And he's injured. Oh, he doesn't look. 4th and 13. I have 2 timeouts left. Literally, like, I think a punt could work here, but of course we just have to throw it. That's not what I wanted you to do at all. All right. Kennedy, you just gotta...
Gotta have it here on 4th down.
What?
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense.
What? It just wouldn't let me throw the ball at all. I just wanted to throw a lob to Trump.
Tremendous aggression there on
What? That's just stupid. All right, need short plays here. 2-yard rush. Hold him here. Can hold him to a field goal. All right, well, looks like that ends that season. Bearing a miracle, I guess, if we win out. I guess there's always the odds of that, but not the...
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some
But yeah, I guess here's a tip. Don't play blind, because it really doesn't work.
He'll start this drive firing. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in.
But hey, after this game, we have that like 8 out of the next 9 games at McGurk. Let's win the MAC. See what happens.
He wants to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
All right.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive.
I know that was a bad throw, but I feel like the throw of the QB shouldn't change the speed of the defensive back. That's just how the game, like, mechanics work in order to, like...
Again on 2nd and 10.
But I feel like that's what I just saw there.
And it's
Dude, at least try to catch the ball.
explosive play instead. They're looking at a third
Not even
down.
trying there.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum.
Run through that, run through that, run through that. Why are you jumping? All we need is one touchdown play, and then we get an onside kick, and we just get a chance for a field goal.
Looking to go up top on 1st down.
That was what I was say. Like, I threw it 5 seconds before the guy showed up. I just want to lob throw. I'm not trying to throw any perfect throws here.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for a man on 2nd down.
Why did it just pump fake? I didn't pump fake.
Play at the 37-yard line.
That's just...
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Throws toward the end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain.
I guess we could have done the kick a field goal and then do an onside kick,
4th down, trying to find his man.
but
Throw to the end zone.
of course.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation in football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Sometimes it's just not your day.
So yeah, that was the last thing we wanted. That stinks. I feel like we already, like... Alright. I'll say this. The average star we're recruiting is going higher, so... Alright. So I don't... We were 26th ranked going into the last game. So we definitely... Again, I guess... I don't know how the video game world works, but a team right above us ranked. If we were like still receiving votes, cool, I guess, but I don't know why I would expect that. Hey, Morelli, Boston. That kind of looks sick next to each other. Boston, Morelli. All right, so we're back in McGurk. We're back playing a MAC team. I just saw that overalls. If you did, that's why this. Watch this. For those who are watching in the last stream, you're going to see how the difference is between the MAC and everyone else's. One just time in the pocket. All right, that reminded me of the Mac Jones interception he had the first drive of that wild card game. But I'm just going to do that play again because they got lucky. Yep. See, they got lucky, but like... All right, let's just get... Again, I think our goal... Is we get a safety? We did get a safety, all right. All right, so right now, we're just going to do a hurry up with some plays. Try to get some flow going. And I don't... Something's going on right now. Maybe I'm just off. Maybe it's me being not able to see at my full capacities right now. Because I guess I do got to clarify, because I said these were a temporary solution. These aren't my glasses. These are someone else's whose prescription was enough to just improve my current state. Bang. Nice work, Billy. Oh. So, depending how this game goes, there's either gonna be one more. This is gonna be a quick in and out stream, no matter what. as I get used to these things on my face. And it's just been a while. And again, right now, if I'm going to be honest, because being honest, it's one of my favorite policies. Just don't lie for no reason. Lying for no reason makes no sense. If you have to lie for a reason, and just make sure the reason's valid, and we'll let it slide. But just don't lie for no reason. So here's the thing. I don't know enough about college football. If we win the MAC and we win out, there's a chance any respect UMass gained from the last 2 seasons, maybe it will reward us. And if we win the MAC championship, who knows? Again, I think if we had one more loss, so we just can't lose again. I wasn't trying to do that at that time. I literally just had to throw it up because I was about to get sacked. But you can see the difference between the MAC and everyone else. So, yeah, let's just play this game out, do what they give us. Like, those are just, I wasn't getting those routes versus Notre Dame. And I guess that says more about, is that saying more about us, or does that say more about our opponent? And again, if Harris got an arm when he wants to have an arm. That's what I've learned. He takes off days. It's probably why his overall hasn't gone up, which has been the big problem. So Harris, I don't know how well you're caught up. Your guy hasn't progressed in the past 2 off seasons. Cud's gone up to like a 90. Josh went from a 65 to an 88, barely playing. Griffin did a year on the practice squad red shirt, and now he's like a starter. Your guy broke a bunch of college records last year and didn't get it better. So whatever your guy is doing off the field, I can't speak for it because obviously I'm getting lied to as the coach. Dude, like, why would that guy even start running away like that? Like, I can see that. But yeah. So Harris, based on that, all right. I know what this whole thing started. It started about being honest about what are we playing for. Again, hopefully if we win the MAC and then our record's good enough, the rankings respect us, we get that 12th or 11th seed in the college, and we go for broke. Let's go hard or go home at that point. Because Harris, oh come on. It's perfect timing. Look, why isn't it going right over his head on perfect timing? It's going to go, perfect timing? No, let's drop it 2 feet short of where it's supposed to go. Then don't. All right. I didn't even realize it was already 37, so if we score here, we might do the second half. All right. So right now, if this game is still well in control this half, we'll move on. Because, again, what are we playing for? Harris Kennedy, Harris Ryan, all the seniors. Again, we're going to try everything in my power, everything in our power to make the college football playoff. That's our goal. Our goal is to win it all. When we were a 1-star program, that was the goal. Was it realistic? Probably not, but that was the goal. That should be the goal of any team, barring, like, again, in professional sports, if you know 1 year, like, you have to just tank. It's a 1 reset tank. That's cool. Does it go into 2 years? All right. Once you get 3 years, it seems like you just don't have an idea what you're doing. And you're just hoping that one of your, like, draft picks becomes a superstar. But, like, a 1-2 year plan tank, who am I taking at 11 in fantasy? So I'll tell you this, I hate the range of players there. I hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. Like that 9 to like 15 range, I hate those. And I gotta draft 2 of them in 2 different leagues because I got 12 and 11, as you know. So I'll say this, as of right now, do I have a definitive plan? No. And you know me, I keep this so straight. Like, even in the draft, I'm telling people, like, to do good things, and then like 2 minutes later, they're like, why'd you take advice from him? He just wants to pick. I go, I gave that guy good advice. I was being honest. But obviously I'm not going to tell him, like, I want this specific player as well. But I'm going to say, like, hey, like, you don't need to take my advice. But I'll say this, depending on the two leagues, and again, there's a big gap difference, because you can see a lot can change. Again, I think it was Cooper Kupp, went from being a 4th overall pick last year. Well, I thought I tried a truck there. Hurdle probably would have worked. But I think he got drafted 4th overall in PB League, and then in FFL he was like 2nd round. So a lot can change in that week. But I would say my number one thing at this point is probably, because I hate almost every single player at that spot, just draft a variety of them. I also don't know where like the tight ends are ranked, because obviously people know I'm a big tight end guy, but people know I'm usually good at picking a big tight end and then finding that late one that ends up being like a steal. Shout out Tyler Eifert, shout out Zach Ertz, shout out like Jonnu Smith. A few more. Tight ends have always been I don't know when tight end U started, even that, like tight end U. My brain for fantasy has always been a little tight end factory.
He's looking to throw it. Now
I have more to say about the Costo trade, if I'm being honest, because it's I just don't get why he had to get. I don't know why I couldn't pass the R1 there, so whatever. But I didn't understand like how you got something else on top of the quarterback. If anything, it should have been the other way around. But like, again, shout out you. Took advantage of someone. Again, Jonathan Taylor could be, if he gets back to the guy he was that 1 year, that helps Costo out the next 5 years at least. Maybe 3 to be like more realistic for running backs. But again, if you catch the right guy in the right prime, I just don't know if JT is that guy right now. And then Brock Purdy, the situation with him though, because again, Dynasty, you need to factor in more like real life stuff. Because again, if you don't know how like a player's contract works, then you shouldn't have him on your team. I just got to do this play real quick. Nice work, Cud. But yeah, so the situation with Brock Purdy, back to that, it was, so he's on his rookie deal. He plays for the #1 system in the league that's like, it's pretty much like, I guess you can put any QB other than Trey Lance in it and they'll do fine. I guess that really is the common conception. Is that what it is? I've never heard the common, like, you heard the common misconception? I guess the common conception is that anyone other than Trey Lance can get inserted in that offense and do well. So if you could pay Christian McCaffrey, if you could pay Debo, and it looks like they're not going to pay Ayuk, so that should be some quarterback money, because I think you got proven here by the Cam Newton year. Like, you can't just pay for the vet minimum QB and expect him to do well. But again, that might have been having to do with a coach who had a lot of hubris more than anything else. So Brock Purdy, he could be done in 2 years. But if Brock Purdy is going to be a starting QB in the league for the next decade, I just don't get how that trade ever happens. But obviously there was a flip involved, so... But it really goes back to his cost, though, really. Like, and again, I know you, might have been you, I don't even know if you're still here, Harris, but who started using, like, keep trade cut specifically for, like, fantasy reasons. And I would say, like, if you're in a trade negotiation, you send that in just to give, like, hey, this is just not me saying it. This is just being, like, based on what this says, it's not the most unrealistic offer. And that's a fine tool. That's a fine tool to still have. But then I looked up that trade, the Brock Purdy one for JT on that. And I know you probably looked at it and were like, hey, if he's willing to do this, he's willing to do it. But again, it's just like a running back for a quarterback. And then the guy getting the quarterback gets the extra rookie wide receiver asset. That's... I don't understand that deal. But yeah, Dynasty though, like, so I'll say today I was, and again, this might have been the offer I got like 2 days ago, but I thought that was just for a regular fantasy league. I got offered to be like, hey, come join a Dynasty. And I said, I need to know a lot more information since I already have so much money and time committed to 4 fantasy teams already. I just like, shout out Harris, Mac Offensive Player of the Week. I just don't know if I can do another league. Dynasty, though, I feel like that's a little more easy. Like, set and forget. It's the everyday stuff. I feel like once you reach a certain limit, it's like, all right, I don't want to play unless I'm giving my best foot. And I also think because, again, my biggest, so far for Dynasty, I think I've batted like 990, 999, whatever you want to say. My only one real mistake was drafting Justin Fields. And I think honestly, like, looking back on it, especially if Russell Wilson starts, I made that trade with you the day before he got traded to the Steelers. So I think I actually like got out of that the last second I could at like the max value. And I guess I could have held on to Fields, but getting those picks helped me really fill out the rest of my roster. Because again, my vision is like the guys on my team right now. Can you give me 3 years? 3 years. That's the average NFL lifespan. I assume a lot of my guys can give me at least 3 more years. And then that gives me 3 years of work in my brain to figure out some solutions. Because that team, all I just know is like, I guess if anyone looks at my team, I need a long-term quarterback. Because I got 5 starting options, which I love. I love having starting options. Because if one of my guys is on a bye, I got that super flex spot ready to go. Boom. And that also can be good trade bait. Like, I don't think I'm going to end this year with the same quarterback room I'm starting with. So I need a long-term QB solution outside of Baker Mayfield. He signed 3 years, $100 million. Baker Mayfield, the next 3 years, unless I'm blown away by an offer or there's some QB swap going on or I get an whatever happens. Spencer Rattler turns into a dog. Baker Mayfield's the guy on the team. Aaron Rodgers, I hope he comes in, gives me a Tom. I predicted that Aaron Rodgers was going to do like a Tom Brady Buck season last year. And then obviously he got hurt on like the 4th play. So that prediction got thrown out the window. But again, I just think like a lot of people think the Jets are going to be bad. I just don't see how that is if Aaron Rodgers is playing the position. Like their defense is good. Their weapons are fantastic. Like I think this year, again, a lot of fantasy brain stuff. But so like, I don't think Breece Hall is a top 5 real life running back. Is he a top 5 fantasy one this year? Yeah. Garrett Wilson, what's he, like a top 10 receiver? Yeah. I'll say based on a text that probably you and I both just received. Maybe 2. Exactly. You just listed 8 guys. You're like, maybe 2 of them fall off. But, all right. But let me go through this list real quick. Mostert, sure. I've never liked Raheem Mostert. I think he's only been a good Madden running back due to his speed. But I remember when I made that trade in the offseason, maybe 2. All right, well, then I'll go through that right now. But the Cortland Sutton for, and I guess we're playing Ball State. We can offense. So, no, I didn't mean to, no! I had to press next week. I didn't press play now. If we lost, we're screwed. Welcome to the team, Greg Boutman. Please don't tell me we lost. Please don't tell me we lost versus Ball State. Whew. That would have sucked. That would have sucked. All right. That would have sucked. All right. But you see, again, I'm still a rookie streamer. 15-7? What was going on this game? Harris got hurt. Harris got hurt. Harris Harris got hurt. Is he still hurt? I guess we'll see. I love the evenly spread there. I love it. Even though Cud's the dog. Top 25. Maybe we'll have votes. Oh, Notre Dame. They're a good team. So Raheem Mostert for Cortland Sutton. All right, UMass. All right, so we're still on the outside. So we're going to keep winning, and now because of that accidental, we have to play one more game now. So Raheem Mostert, Cortland Sutton. Again, my wide receivers, I guess, because Keenan Allen and Cooper Kupp are kind of old. I guess Keenan Allen's old. Cooper Kupp's almost old. I don't think but like Debo, him, those two, and DK, and then Calvin as my fifth guy. I like that. And Cortland Sutton, I just think like if I'm plugging in a guy, and I think that might have been after I drafted Jonathan Brooks and I traded Rashad White. So again, that's just about getting depth in there, especially with I think I might have just completely Jonathan Brooks. I might have said something. I might have combined him and Bijan's name with a Brian or something. But anyway, Jonathan Brooks. I drafted him knowing he was going to be hurt, so I had to fill in depth there. And if he just does what he does this year, and I can fill it in. That's all I got him for. Pollard is a guy I'm trying to buy. I was trying to buy low on. And I gave up Rashad White in that deal, and that's where I got starter. I got a guy who's going to play every position, which I was trying to do there. And Rashad White, he might be a good player. The only thing I'm really worried about him, though, in the long term is about just him being a 3-down back and not a 3rd-down back. Because I think that Bucs offense ran a lot better when Leonard Fournette was running like 1st down, and then they mixed in Rashad White on 2nd and 3rd down. But that was, again, I openly didn't watch the Bucs as much as I did in the past years. Even though I guess I was talking with like a acquaintance, and they were like, "Are you gonna have a second team now, like for the Patriots?" And I'm like, "My second team is and has to be the Bucs." I went so hard on them, and it's because I hated Bill Belichick, and I still do. If he died today, I wouldn't shed a tear. Like I still hate that guy. So yeah, it was great. I loved it when we won it all. That was like some of the funnest I've ever had. Like just watching sports in my life, because it's like, wow, I don't think I've ever been more right about something that took less effort to even think about. But Pollard, I'm buying low on. Derrick Henry is going to do sick this year. I don't know about next year, but they are going to make that Lamar. They're going to make sure Bleacher Report has some cool graphic for the Lamar Henry backfields. You know that's going to happen. So I like that. And I'm not. Derrick Henry, unless, again, this isn't really like fantasy wise. I'm wondering if he gets to the point where maybe he's like a better version of veteran Frank Gore. Because if you put that guy on a goal line, I gotta assume he can, even at 33 or whatever, he'll still be able to knock through some guys and be a TD merchant that way. So, as long as these guys don't matter, in the NFL, like, imagine if we were playing Dynasty when Andrew Luck retired. Like in August. What's up, Kennedy? Kennedy, it's been a mixed stream game-wise so far. Keenan Allen. They've been saying that about Keenan Allen for the last 5 years. So, I'm fine taking that risk. Again, I think he was like an 11th round pick in the original draft, so, and he was at the 5th best wide receiver in fantasy last year. So he's already done more than I could have asked for. Kupp's the one. If he's in the McVay offense, Puka's on the outside, and Cooper Kupp's like the slot guy, so he either goes from 2 to 3 on the depth chart, he'll still be the slot guy. It's not good, Kennedy, but we don't talk about that on stream in detail. But thank you for asking. So I'd say Kupp. Kupp fits in my 3-year window, and I have no worries about that. If he keeps getting hurt, again, that's something in the NFL. You got to figure it out. But if he's playing and he's my wide receiver 4, I'll take it. I'll take it. Noted. Thank you. Yeah. But thank you, valid points. I'm just saying, like, I do have a mindset behind everything I do. And a lot of it could be right, could be wrong. And if it's wrong in 3 years, I'll say, yeah, I was wrong. I'm pretty open to, good flag. Pretty open to, like, that Justin Fields pick I said, like, I was so set on a QB, and then the last QB got taken. Then I got forced into just picking the next guy. And that was me. I didn't give as much love to Tua. No one was giving love to Tua, but, like, if I had him right now, I'd feel like I'm chilling. But then getting Bijan to fall to me in round 2, that saved me. And then I think I had a pretty solid draft the rest of the way. All right, can't get around there, but I'm excited. I'm excited. That's why I don't want to join, like, just another regular fantasy league. If I had to, I would. But this other dynasty league, the fact that I could have a second chance at, like, trying that OG draft again, that's stupid. As you can see, it's 21-0. We're real. Like, I know this sounds crazy right now, but in the back of my head, because we haven't been talking about the games as much, because right now we're just playing. Oh, and Kennedy, you missed it. We actually simmed through one, and I almost, like, had a heart attack, but we won. So. And take off. R.I.P. All right. So if you saw in the coaches poll, we were right on the outside. Media, I don't think we had any love there. So I think if we win this game, maybe get a few losses. Bro. I tried passing to a button that didn't exist. On the field at that time, it wasn't an option, but I thought that's what I saw. All right, I saw a few open guys there, but I don't think anyone are going to give you as much yards as Harris would on a run.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability.
302.
First down, keep this drive rolling.
Good adjustment there. All right, Flannery back from his suspension. We'll give him a whirl. I guess he was back from his suspension last week, but we accidentally missed last week. Not even... It's like, once you miss the bottom, it's like, why even try with the top? I'll say this. This isn't a benching. This was me wanting to test something. Because last game, I had a long kick with Perry. Like, it was like a good kick. So I just want to know if, like, the overall will help there. Because I feel like my timing isn't as bad. It could be. It easily could be. Again, whatever the last 6 years of Madden have been, I've been good at that kicking. I've never been good at any other kicking. Like, I remember Madden 11. Back when I just had the demo and all I could do was the Jets versus the Saints, I think it was. Or no, it would have been the... Who would... Oh, Colts. Yeah, because it was the AFC matchup in the demo. And I remember Madden 11, shout out, the best Madden of all time. Because I remember, like 3 years after the fact, it was at GameStop for $3 and I got it. And it was so, after playing the demo, because I wasn't a Madden guy in middle school. Only the demo, Madden 11 demo. But Madden 11, gas game. Shout out CJ2K, 99 speed, 99 overall in that game.
The aerial assault continues. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, he got loose.
Ooh, we got loose. Shout out, ooh. Shout out 6 Dogs in the chat. Love to see that. Love to see that. Let's just get a nice touchdown here for Harris. Show how much we care. Good couple of yards there, 2nd and 5. Been mixing it all up today. In this game, hasn't been too high scoring. I feel like we've just been moving the ball around. 3-3. What did I miss, Coach? So we lost versus Notre Dame. at the end of the day, but no excuses. We won. Again, I think we had like 55 points first half. We kind of just let the rest of the game play out after when we scored once in the third. Then we accidentally skipped a week, and that's where I was having the heart attack. Because if we lost there, our season would have been over. But we did lose to Notre Dame. It was a crazy stadium. It was a close one. But again, just didn't. I didn't have time to settle. All right, we'll do a screen here. See how many yards we can get. Jimmy Smith-Johnson. What am I saying? Jimmy Smith-Johnson? JSJ. That's a cool nickname. If that's your nickname. Notre Dame. What am I? Notre? Is that like the Hunchback in Notre Dame? Or no, that's Notre Dame. But I couldn't even tell you what the girls' high school down the street, Notre Dame, was called. Notre Dame, Notre Dame. But what's your Notre Dame? Is the high school Notre Dame? Jimmy Smith-Johnson, I don't even know if you're from our area, so you might not even know what that means. It's an all-women's school, though. I guess all-girls school. I get that. I get told girls aren't women. Even though I like men and boys, I use interchangeably, but maybe that's just because I am one. So it's an all-girls school. But I'll say that's something I never realized, like boy, girl, men, woman was adult, kid. Like I think I did, but like I didn't think there was as stuck in stone as that. Like I thought I could still be a boy now, but I guess I'm not. I guess once you turn 18, you're no longer a boy. But I still feel like a boy. I think I'm a boy. But that's something for that's just like growing up. Your brain interprets things. Everyone has a few things like that. They just misinterpret. I remember there was another one that I was thinking about recently. That's just like, yeah. Oh, was this? I think there was something political though. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to figure out what that was. I don't know why you had 6 people watching it like with 3 minutes left in the second quarter of this game, but because usually if we have any peaks like that, that always happen like when there's like a last 5 minutes. So shout out there. I hope they saw something they liked. I think we just ran it in with Harris. But shout out our defense because we're just again we are in a position where we just need to score points and win. So which is why we're really just, I guess that sim is going to help us out, besides the fact that we saw Kennedy, I don't know if you were there for that part of the stream, but during the game oh yeah, you definitely were. The game we accidentally sim passed, we won 15-7, and then Harris either left the game and came back, or he got hurt, because Halston came in and had like a few plays, a lot of yards, like 79 yards. And honestly, I didn't check it. Well, I did, but I just don't remember because I just do things quick when I'm on stream. But I don't think it was like a one-trick play either. So hopefully, but Ryan, I know Ryan got banged up. Is he still hurt? I don't think I've seen him, but maybe they would say. Again, it seems like they say guys are hurt, like in the menu pop-up screens, but then when you go to injury report, they're not listed, which is. I'm just doing the camera thing so I can maybe see something on my screen, but it's not even, my face isn't disappearing. I've changed that with the new setting where I got like a nice, I've green screened myself into it. Maybe. I was just trying to see something on the right side. That would have been blocked. So sorry for that pause there if it ruined your viewing engagement. All right, Stan. Give me a first down, Stan. I want Stan to hurdle. Didn't work. All right, 3rd and 3.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Throwing right. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting.
Wow. Yeah. Let's go. All right, they got to stop. I'm out. I don't think we're worried about this one. I could have tried to strip there, but I didn't. All right, let's see. All right, let's Let's let the boys play this one out. Maybe get the second, third stringers in there for some action.
Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season
Wait, what was it back? Look what we have here. And it was just some guy going like this. That was funny. Look what we have here. That's that. I'll say that seems like I'll call that Drake and Josh humor. If that was an episode of Drake and Josh in a properly applied scene, I could see it being really funny. Just like, has anyone ever seen the video of the guy stealing the TV and they're fighting back and forth for it? He's like, and then it breaks. And he's like, great. Now none of us can watch TV. And he's like, that's my TV. And it's like, no freaking crap. That's why I was stealing it. And the guy's like, I'll call the cops. Someone overlaid like the Drake and Josh theme, and I was like, that is perfect. Because if you look in the comments, the first thing you see is like, this seems like straight out of Drake and Josh. So I'll take that. I like that phrase. That's Drake and Josh. But look what we have here. Oh, that's the Smart Car commercial from the Super Bowl a few years ago. That's the similarity. Oh, we're ranked. Hey, shout out the boys being ranked. We're back. The boys are backing down. And it's only week 9. That number's only going to go up. But, oh, what's this? Great commercial. As much as the Boston accent is, like, overplayed in media sometimes, even though I think, like, one of the most infamous examples is, like, The Departed, when Alec Baldwin says microprocessors. But I got a soft spot for Alec Baldwin. So I let that one slide, and I just think it's funny. And if you make something funny, I'll oversee. Like, here's the thing: if a kid in the future, as a teacher, if he gives me the worst essay ever, but it's like the funniest thing I ever read, he gave effort, and if you give an appropriate amount of effort, I don't think it can fail you. But it has to be like really funny. Because again, I feel like, I know what my style of humor is, but it's definitely because it's like dry, but it has the sense of slapstick that comes with like, again, I don't find like fart jokes funny. Like when you're watching like an animated movie that's meant for, we'll get a stat check after this game. I feel we'll go through this game. I want to hopefully spread the ball out to the boys so we can get a stat check for you. Just, that was bad timing. But yeah, not a fart joke guy, but again, during the whole like quiet on set, shout out Drake Bell. I got my photo with him. That even when the internet was hating on him for those false stories that were getting spread, I was like, dude, I looked up one thing and I was able to find the truth. Sad it took him like revealing like the last thing he ever wanted to reveal to get people to be like, oh wow, so Drake Bell isn't that bad of a guy. He didn't do anything nefarious. If anything, one of the most nefarious things ever to happen in the world happened to him. But, so during the whole Dan Snyder thing, I saw a lot of things on, like, Twitter about old scenes. And a lot of them came from, like, All That, Keenan and Kel. Not Keenan and Kel, I take that back. All That, maybe the Amanda Show? Just like they were early. A lot of All That, because it is sketch comedy. You gotta look at SNL. You look at one SNL episode, and within the first, there's Kennedy. That's going to be a touchdown for Kennedy. Oh, you're slow. I forgot. You're the big fella, according to the game. But yeah, so if anyone follows SNL, like, I think I might have seen SNL live 3 times, maybe 4 in my life. Got hawked. Yeah. I'll say my like high school, college, nothing beat like waking up like little extra tired on Sunday morning, and then all the SNL clips were posted from like the night before. And like I said, I like Alec Baldwin, so even though he's definitely nowhere close to having like the best Trump impersonation, not even close. The new guy, that James Austin Johnson guy, one of the best impressions I've just ever heard in my life of anybody. Like, I put that up there with my Mr. Crocker impression, but I wouldn't put it up there with my Dr. Doofus impression, because sometimes it really depends on the raspiness of my voice. See, that one wasn't as bad. So, Kennedy, you might not have been in the early part of the stream, but I was talking about my 2 impressions. One, Mr. Crocker, I can do anytime. Dr. Doofenshmirtz only when I have my voice raspy enough. But so yeah, so all that kind of similar to SNL, like these skits. They have to come up with fast. Like, they have to come up with so many. Some of them hit, some of them don't. That just happens. But a lot of the ones that were being shared of like, this is disgusting. And it would be like, a kid was like sleeping. I'll say, the scene had Diddy in it. Which people, again, we know what happened with Diddy as of late. But then there was a part of the scene where a kid was asleep. And to prank him, they poured like rotten milk on him. Like, again, something when like you're 4, what stinks? Oh, stinky milk. That stinks. Oh, so like an executive be like, that's funny. And then you got people like the real sickos who are like 30 years old now, rewatching those scenes, and they're saying like the milk just like, the milk is cum. And it's like, excuse me? What? Where did your sick mind... You saw something white getting poured on a kid. Milk. Glue. Just paint. And your immediate thought is to go to, that's disgusting. Oh, that, like, that's the stuff it's like, alright, this is what's happening is a serious thing. And I'll tell you this, I got a book somewhere that I made in 8th grade that said one of my biggest influences was Stan Schneider. And I ran that guy off. Not a good guy. I didn't know that stuff when I was 13 and 14 years old when I wrote that about the author section for my writing class. I didn't know that. I didn't know all these allegations. He's no longer one of my biggest influences. He still is the creator of some of my favorite shows of all time that I'll continue to watch. What, just me talking? I know, hey, but this is the stuff I know about. I can talk a lot of... This is my content bag. I know this stuff. But again, you guys are just watching a game. But again, Toledo, they're 4-3, but they're not stopping us right now. But again, that was so like, but there's a long way to getting back to the innuendos of those shows. The ones obviously that weren't. Again, if you saw one of those and were thinking like cum, and I'm not telling you once or twice they got a cum joke in there. No comment to that, Kennedy. I respect their coach. I respect their coach. He's a good guy. Yeah. So I like innuendos. Again, don't take it too far, but it's like, can you sneak something adult into something innocent? That's what I find the best comedy in. I think like that takes layers. Like if you can execute that, if you can make a 4-year-old laugh and a 25-year-old laugh and a 50-year-old laugh for maybe like 3 different reasons or whatever, I think that's like a very impressive form of comedy. Shout out Harris for the touchdown. So that is my favorite type of humor. It's why I love watching those old shows, because it's not like, again, swear like The Boys. If Harris, you're still watching, you know I watched The Boys. Like the gross elements of that show, I could have 100% done without. Like that's just not my cup of tea. Wasn't as bad. But I like things to keep clean. I always like to say like, keep it dinner table, but I'm okay with swears. I'm okay with swears. Like, grow up. People swear. Just imagine this. You ever think of this? If someone... 1 foot down? Ooh. Let's go replay on that one. Rated R stream tonight. See, that's why I think I've kept it pretty PG, other than I said the word cum, and I tried pausing on the word cum, but human semen just doesn't it doesn't sound like better. See, yeah, that doesn't sound better. Like, I guess that's the sign. I guess that's when you get to like when you're like 12 in middle school and you start like, and you find out like maybe not middle school. That might have been too late for that. But again, kids develop at different rates. It's like when you find out like penis is like the scientific name. So I feel like kids started saying that a lot more. Like just the word penis. Once you have that one health, so I think maybe in 5th grade, I feel like that was the health class. And again, maybe your doctors were telling you all this information. My doctor wasn't. But yeah, hey, Jimmy Smith Johnson, JSJ. No, JSJ. Is that it? Yeah, JSJ. If it is getting R-rated, I got to go away from that because I was just saying I prefer not to do that type of content.
Looking to go up top on first down. Unloads
And I won't even say I'm targeted towards kids either, but if I was, I would have merch. I'd have pop-ups that try to get kids to like buy my merch. Probably have a song that's all about buying my merch. I'd go the full YouTube bag if I was promoting the kids. You might say, like, that's kind of a scummy thing to do. Don't you, like, aren't you a teacher? And it's like, yeah, but if I didn't choose the rules. The only people I know to see successfully market to adults on YouTube is Good Mythical Morning. And I was talking with a member of this team, actually, P. McDonald, about them recently. Because I said they're one of the YouTubers that you've seen at least one video by them, even if you don't realize it, or you've seen the two guys who are there because they've been doing this. They've been doing YouTube longer than everyone. It's why I say the same thing about my favorite YouTuber, the Nostalgia Critic. Even if you don't realize it, because he's been doing it since like 2007. Like he's one of like the OGs of YouTube celebrities. There's a good chance you might have just seen one of his videos because he was covering something that something nostalgic you either watched recently or growing up. But they're able to, like, I don't know how they market to adults as well as they do, but they're like so successful, and they always do these like very elaborate like plans. All right, that was a risk, but I was willing to take. That was it. That was a willing risk. I said it was either whatever, but we're in a good spot. But yeah. So if you have any follow-ups based off that whole rant, let me know. Because again, I do say, like, that information I just learned as I'm growing up, and now as a 24-year-old, I don't have much to do with it. Sometimes a student will ask me, it's like, Mr. Lee, my older cousins always talk about how, like, Disney and Nickelodeon used to be, like, watchable. Is that true? I'd be like, yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. It really was. But that's good. Like, nowadays kids, like, when do you think the last time a kid's tuned into like a children's television program, for lack of a better term, that's like, this Friday night? And I'm trying to think again, and a lot of this I go down to, especially like in my late teenage years, I go downstairs, I whip up something quick to eat, I go sit down where like one of my siblings is just watching programming for their age level, so one of my younger siblings to be specific, and I'd be like, what's this? And they'd be like, it's this. And then obviously like Jake Paul got me in the whole, I didn't watch Bizarrevark. I watched 5 episodes of it after I found out Jake Paul was on it, just so I could get a little background knowledge for the vlog. But I wanted like the Wikipedia back on that, and that's when I learned a lot about like the politics of the networks. If you want a fun fact, this is one of my favorite fun facts. And if you didn't watch TV growing up, then this will have nothing. All right. It's 2-score game. As this has been you can ask Cud. We had like a talking stream at the beginning. This has been a talking stream. But again, I think like the way the stream is going, I think this is playing out well. We're just playing football. Good, nice job. Is that 4? Isn't that Harris? I don't like how they have dual numbers. I know the punter is the same as Josh. I don't like dual numbers. And we don't have 99 people on the team. And if UMass football has more than 20 numbers retired, which I'm pretty sure they don't, but if they do, somebody needs to be fired. I don't know who that would be, but they need to be fired. Like, I don't even know, like, who would... Because, like, I'm trying to think. Like, no one at UMass did anything big enough here. Like, we had a few NFLers. Shout out Victor Cruz, shout out Andy Isabella. But, like Cale McCarr, like, before he went on to become, like, the greatest defenseman since Bobby Orr, he single-handedly turned UMass into, like, a top hockey school in the country, won the Hobie Baker, led him to the national championship. 2 days later, he's playing in a playoff game, scoring his first goal. Shout out Marcus Camby. That's basketball. And that's... Oh, wow. Good play by that D. Ooh. Good play by that D. But yeah, so... And then on top of it, because of the momentum McCarr built for that program, they won the national championship 2 years later. So his number hasn't been retired yet. He just has a Hobie Baker. Jimmy Smith-Johnson. Again, I don't know if that's your name. I don't know if you're using an alias. But you seem new here. A go route? A go route. Is that even like... I was going to... Isn't a go route the one where they go like 5 yards and just turn around? Because, again, if you're new here, you might say like, hey, why are you throwing all these deep balls? One, it's because UMass has moved to the MAC in real life, so we had to move in this game. But our team has far surpassed the MAC, and we lost all our very important games this year. So we just really need to score as many points as possible. Because our guys who are seniors, some of the fellow men in this chat, this is for them. We're trying to get them into the league. We're trying to get them national titles. They got families to feed. But once I figure out I'm going to figure out what a go route is, just for my boy JSJ. Shout out Josh. I'll say Jimmy Smith-Johnson. If you are just a random guy, stream Marcus Camby Day by Bleed. It's a great song.
They move the tight end all over.
AKA Flyer Streak.
Use the play fake now to throw.
Is an all goes just like everyone goes straight forward and doesn't stop? Hey, thank you for your help. I always appreciate chat help. I've mentioned this before. That was one of my favorite aspects of the Danny Gonzalez Minecraft stream. My only real, I guess my one of only 3 excursions into the world of Minecraft. Bullseye. Thank you. Thank you for your help, Jimmy. Let's get a first down here. No, we're not. All right. You know what? I'll say this. You guys familiar with this? Smart punts. We make smart punts. This is going to be a smart punt. See, they're like fair catch. All right, but we're going to try a go route. All right. So let's see. I assume that's going to be like an... I'll say, I just want to see. I know what you mean now. An all go. All right. Yeah. Yeah, all right. So I'll say my preference from like the plain days, I usually like to have a little more variation to the route, but we got a good team. We're just going to chuck it up and see what our guys can do. All right. Will Perry, he's a good guy. He just shows up and plays his game. Honestly, like I don't know much about him outside of football. I know he got a girl. She's sweet. I met once at a reception last year. Is that what you call a fancy party or reception? See, like I feel like that's right, but because I'm playing a football game. And hey, shout out UMass. Ooh. Notre Dame is falling down the rankings. So I'll say this: if we ever get to a spot where we flip flop, I think we're in great shape. But again, I don't know much about college football, so will that happen? We shall see. All right. Through 2 back-to-back punts. I honestly think that might be like the first ever time that's happened on stream. Maybe the second. Doesn't happen a lot. Wasn't as much as an iron boot that time. They score? They gotta find that a way to be a little more accessible. All right. 3-score game. Ball on our 6-yard line. So, I'm in my head. I was, and what I was about to say out loud was like, let's just not do anything stupid. We might need to do something stupid again to make up for these losses. Again, I remember we were at Sean's house, and we were watching a game that was so out of reach, but it felt like we were watching like Tom Brady drive down the field to win the Super Bowl. And I didn't get it at the time. Again, I'm not a college football head. Shout out to college football playoff. I'll be there this year watching that thing. But, ooh, that just led me to a whole side thing I haven't. Dude, he wasn't even looking. One perfect timing throw, And then 2, the guy just went like... Again, shout out me figuring out this technology. He literally just went like this. I don't know if you can see this. He was just like, ah! And the ball just landed in his hands. Like, look at it. He wasn't even looking. He just went, ah! Alright, is that a quick score for them? Okay, I did say we might need to do something stupid, so I might have spoke that one into existence. I apologize. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, Circle. Get open, dude. Dude, what is going on? What's going on? See, look at this. I stopped going in my Nickelodeon Disney Channel bag. And everything falls apart. Great stop by our D, though. We'll watch. If we get another chance, we'll switch to watch. We're comfortable in this situation watching D. Jimmy Smith-Johnson, I don't know how much you know about the game itself. But we've been learning, I don't know if you play the game, we've been learning some things. Go Disney mode. I gotta go Nick mode. I can't go Disney mode. I'll go Nick mode. Oh. There's Kennedy. There's the big dog Kennedy. There's the big dog Kennedy. I'll say Jimmy Smith-Johnson, if you're actually brand new, I got Rex right here. Doesn't look good right now in the light, but hey Rex. He's been on when I had so that's me going Nick mode right there. Shout out Kennedy with the big catch. But when we had this, before I figured out this green screen thing, which I still don't even know if I like, but I kind of do. He was always there, so I'm going Nick mode right now on these fools. That was the last thing you want to see after saying, I'm going Nick mode on these fools, and just, what'd I get? 3 yards? You know what 3 yards? We'll take. Oh, and absolutely nothing. Alright. I'll say, I do like how this is field goal range, and oh, they got Cole Flannery in. That might be Will Perry time. We'll see about that, but, alright, Albert, just, I don't like what you have here. Do a wheel, see if maybe you can attract some attention. That's a dog.
Really nice job there by both guys. And the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
DW, what is that? What does that mean, dude? Disney World 1 out of 10? DW, like, are you asking me is like character DW from Arthur 10? No. If you're asking me Disney World 1 out of 10, I can give you a good answer. But D and W, Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh, 1 out of 10. Ooh. That's not really. That's not. On the 3 food reviews I've done the last like 2.5 years of my story, I used the Dave Portnoy scale. I like that scale. Even though I think rookie scores, now that enough times that have passed, that should be amended. Because some things are just 7s and some things are just 8s. And especially the more you do, you just have these huge gaps. Like, so that's a 7.9. You have 100 pizzas that are 7.9, 100 pizzas that are an 8.1, but you have none that are an 8. I feel like some of them go up and down. So let's see, Deadpool and Wolverine. So I guess now I can go a little more. If you spoiler alerts, actually I'm not going to go any big spoilers, but I'll go into like general things. I think I just missed a chance for a big shot there. Oh, timeout. Sweet, I didn't see. So Deadpool and Wolverine. They keep saying it's like an MCU movie. And outside of the TVA and the Void, I'm blanking on that, I hope it's the Void. Like Limbo, whatever, I think that's the Void, but the Limbo place. Like, sure, that is part of the MCU, but didn't we kind of learn, Loki, that place is on like the outside of the MCU, and it just became part of our timeline once the Loki variant joined up. So I think that was a bit misleading, or they could have had more non-Fox Marvel stuff in the void, and maybe that would have been a great way of tying it in more. But I understand what they did. I'll say that's a movie I've never seen any of the X-Men movies maybe since I was like 12, and I didn't like them when I was 12 because I remember that's when I was like, in middle school you start talking with more people and it's like, I love the Spider-Man movies, and it's like, oh, have you seen the X-Men movies? And I go, no, and someone was like, watch them. I said, okay, and I was like, nah, okay. So I don't have a strong connection to specifically like X-Men or Wolverine. I'll say shout out, that was Fantastic Four. I remember that was like one of the big first superhero things. I remember seeing that in a theater in New Hampshire, like with my uncle and my cousin in the summer, and then getting like the DVD for Christmas, the original, like the 2005 one. Like, so that's just a movie that's part of like my childhood. I remember that. So shout out that movie. The sequel to that's underrated. Fan Four Stick I saw in theaters, and that was the dumbest. Thank God I didn't pay for that ticket, but I saw it in theaters, and that's one. So a 1 out of 10 Deadpool Wolverine. You know what? This is going to sound stupid, and again, we're trying not to make it an R-rated stream, but a 6.9, it was nice. Some might view that harsh. Again, we're on the Dave Portnoy pizza scale, so it's hard to get into the 9s. This isn't Rotten Tomatoes, where, like, sometimes it just seems like people walk into the 90s, and it's like, Toy Story 4, that's like a 27, 55 at max. So 6.9 because I had a good experience. I've been like itching to rewatch it. Seeing the Channing Tatum meme go around, that's fun to see on your For You page twice a day. That's a fun little line. The Chris Evans part, like I said, that was fun to watch. But you know my biggest problem with the MCU is that it's been stagnant. Like, even in before, it always seemed like it was building towards, like, Thanos coming. And even when, like, he wasn't mentioned specifically, there was developments in the story going on when, like, the Avengers split up in Civil War. Because I like how they paced that out. Like, I think looking back at it now, you may even think at this time, they got the meetup. They got, like, the Gap where they're, like, the hottest name in town, and they kind of show them celebrating in Age of Ultron, which is still the best scene, them talking at the party. 19th ranked, I love that. Stat check for Kennedy. But then Civil War. So Age of Ultron happens, then they divide, and then Infinity War, it's like, boom, we're here, and they just did so much. And then they lost their focus. So Harris, 28-14. So AJ Harrison, so he played a good, decent part of that game. Top 20, the U is back. The UMass, the University of Massachusetts. Amherst. I'll say, I'm always a favor if they dropped the Amherst and just became UMass and everywhere else was the satellite places. But I think there is the chance that, I don't know if it's ever going to pass Amherst just because Amherst is so established. But I would say within 20 years, UMass Boston, if it hasn't already. So I made this initial prediction like 5 years ago. Shout out Kennedy. We got some not as redeeming stats there, but the receiving stats I'll let you take a look at. So UMass Boston should pass UMass Lowell if it hasn't already. But I guess, like, you got to get to, like, D1 status, I think, in sports. Like, hey, you're a D1 school. So I guess that's the thing, because I could see, like, if they got equally big, what's UMass? Is it the one in Amherst or it's the one in Boston? Ooh, I was about to say the one in Boston, but again, I guess you could argue it's the one in Amherst. Like, no, that's UMass Amherst. This is just UMass Amherst. Boston. You know what? I take everything back. No bias because I went there. UMass Amherst should just be the University of Massachusetts. It should be UMass. Because it is UMass. It's the flagship campus, I think I saw that. The flagship campus of the Commonwealth, I think, was on every banner, on every light post. All right. We got room for one more game. Ended up playing a lot more than we thought tonight, but 19. Wow. All right. So, and that's the college football rankings. Dude, we're right there, dude. We thought right. And honestly, I think we got to give a lot of credit maybe to just like the growth of the program, which I'm just the OC. It hasn't been me. It hasn't been just me at all. People might watch the streams and think that, but I'll be the first to tell them, no. Let's see what the college football bracket's looking like right now. Oh, I love this. Keep this setup. Whatever we had going on beforehand on both sides, not a fan of. This I can work with. No, it didn't. Oh, the show. At first I thought you said the Marvels, and I was like, but the shows are different. Remember, this is something that I think you missed the stats. we just finished going through them. Let me know though, because I'm gonna finish this point with Harris, and then so let me know if you want to see him again or you'll check him out later. But I guess we can just do this now. But TV shows, a lot of times TV shows get rated after the first episode, and then Rotten Tomatoes like doesn't update them, or after maybe like the first 3 episodes. I don't know. Maybe sometimes I just notice that in like Wikipedia pages when you see like a show's history. 22, 332, and 1 touchdown. Trying to make the league, coach. You are trying to. You got a family to feed. Tell me, is dog food expensive these days? That's one where I could see either post-COVID it going, whoop, or it's like, it's dog food. The market's huge. But I know some people are convinced some of this stuff's better than others. I wouldn't know. I've never had a dog. It ain't cheap. Oh, it's raining in Amherst. Shout out every Tuesday, fall 2018. It ain't cheap, but so you don't got to go into any specifics on the finances. But are you like going out of your way to get better quality? I don't know why I almost went like DJ Khaled right there, but it just seemed like the right thing to do. Like I could see him being like I don't think he's ever had a dog. I think I would have recalled that. But I could see him being on a Snap story being like, yo, only the best dog food for my dog. This came straight out of a farm, off a farm in Netherlands, man. This stuff's legit, man. I give it to my dog. My dog goes strong. I get my dog the good stuff. Science diet. Science. That's like the most lib thing you could have said. he's on a science diet. I'll say with the glasses that I looked extra nerdy there. But shout out you. You're being a good father. Yeah. I heard Dare only gives Braxton leftovers from Southside. Just kidding, Daryl. Shout out you and the kid, and the mom. Shout out the mom. Nobody's more important than the mom.
There was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to
I will say, Kennedy.
Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Why wasn't Braxton at the tree the other day? I don't want to spend too long talking about a kid who's like 10 months old, but why? That's the last thing I'll say about Brax. Why wasn't he at the tree? Why wasn't he at the tree? Did Costo turn him away?
But it could have been much worse as the defender was right there. 2nd down coming up. They'll leave it with him. And this one,
What type of food does he hunt, Jimmy?
they punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on 3rd.
Like squirrels? Is he like one of those dogs? Because I think I used to know a dog. Her name was Sadie. I don't know if she hunted for her own food, but she would just go for walks like in our neighborhood. Sometimes I'd see her. And I'd be like, hey, Sadie. And she'd be like, oh. And I'll be like, Chipmunks.
I'm trying to find a lot of ways to
Shout out
get
Alvin.
touches in this game.
But yeah, I know our neighbor's cat sometimes has left his treats on our, and it's a cat, so it's been mice. But like nothing's worse than it's like you open your door and you just, what's that? And you look down at your welcome mat and there's just a dead mouse on it. And it's like, it's not your cat, but this is one where I think animals have like just, they get away with too much stuff. They're not held accountable. I can't do anything about that. Like my neighbor's cat left a mouse on my welcome mat. What? I have to be the one to pick it up. I'm not gonna like call the police. That'd be kind of funny though. 911, what's your emergency? Yeah, my neighbor's cat left a rat. I can't get out of my house. I've been an old person. Wouldn't make that call. Be like, I can't get out of here. There's a rat blocking the door. I don't know whose voice. That was voice I just used. Oh, I think I know what it was, but I'm not sure. But that was someone's. I was imitating something I used to know.
Got it set up on the outside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it.
Nah, Mickey Mouse is more like, oh boy, it's me, Mickey Mouse.
On fourth down,
That wasn't that bad, actually.
he's going for the big play.
That's huge. I love that.
Makes the catch inside the 25.
That one,
Reached the 2-minute warning and we'll see
I'll say the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, that caught like the end of Delia, I think, and then went all the way down to Coleman. So that intro has been implanted in my head since I was a wee lad.
throwing it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line.
But no, so I'll tell you the person I was thinking of, and I keep going back to Alec Baldwin. But so when I was younger,
Try to get it in with
so I guess shout out. This is from like episode 2. When I said rubbish, that was Alec Baldwin narrating an episode of Thomas the Tank Engine.
keeping its own end on that last play.
And that's one when I grown up finding out Alec Baldwin was a person, it's just like, why do I know his voice? And it's like, oh, I spent like 1,000 hours as a kid just listening to his voice because he was the narrator for 2 seasons of Thomas the Train.
House him, but the defense tackles him at the 3.
So rubbish was something you said there. I specifically just remember that being like funny when I was 3. Shout out. I think the episode was called Duncan Gets Spooked. But I think, so the voice I was doing there, ooh, I'm going field goal here for sure. I think the voice I was doing was his voice from that show, but for Sir Topham Hatt's wife.
Trying to get more points on the board before the break.
But I could see where you get Mickey Mouse from.
They'll send out
But I think it was Lady Hat.
salvage this drive.
15 miles per hour.
But that angle from the right can be a little tricky.
Why? Why is it a little tricky?
And the
All day, Flannery. What's he doing on the ground? Get up. Get up. What's he doing on the ground? Did he slip? Did he slip because it's wet? Wait, that'd be funny. Did he actually? Wait, did that guy just come and knock him over like 2 minutes later? Whoa. Give us first and goal at the 1, please. 21 seconds left. All right. Let's just get down as much of the field much as we can.
They'll throw it on first down.
Oh, circle. Come on, break 3. Break free. See ya. Wouldn't want to be a 7. Hey, oh, he got some air there. I'll say, after losing the first game of the stream, it only got better. And I know this stream has a long way to go, but I'm just thinking, like, in terms of the overall night, because I think this is going to be the last game for tonight.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top.
But shout out.
First down.
Let's see. We're going to keep doing.
They start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense.
Say, not a lot of... I'll say this. Tonight may be one of those nights. Again, I was so fogged the first game. And it's... And obviously, we're playing a way better team than the MAC. Notre Dame was a legit state. Again, I still don't know All right, Harris, get around the bend. Boom. See ya. Guy that just went. But yeah, and then I think we were so fogged, but we were focused on it. It was a multitask stream. All right, that was stupid, but we'll try to make nothing out of something. Got a yard. All right, Kennedy, if you're still here, do you know about this glitch since the last update where the score bug goes away? Is there a way to bring it back besides going to like the start menu? I don't want to keep on going to the start menu. It just ruins my flow. Come on, push him, push him. Didn't look like he got past to me, but never seen it. See right now how the score bug glitch goes away? Now if I press start, it comes back, but if I press goes away. There you go. Now you've seen it. Second and 5, Kadire. We've been zinging it nonchalantly, but I want a targeted zig just so you could take it in the end zone. Yeah, it only started happening in the update. And I guess the update gave us that new college football bracket. But again, because if I was rewatching, it was the Colorado, the Clemson game, I couldn't see the score bug, and I ran out of time. And that's before I think I was more hyper aware of it than I am now. Let's go. No turnover so far for Harris. Let's get a nice run. Is it Alberic or Harris? It's Alberic. Easy enough for me. I'll say, I don't think we've had any big speed burst plays, but as you kind of seen, we haven't really been using Alberic maybe as much as we will later on in the season. Because remember, he started being a dog when it gets late. Same with Collins. All right, we weren't trying to throw a pick there, and I didn't see anything that was worth the risk. Let's do a slant, something basic. Kennedy. You know what? No. Give me a nice wheel, Kennedy. Sometimes you get open. Alright, you weren't open that time, but I didn't. My backup option wasn't ready in time. And I don't want to lose the yardage. Alright, 15 yards going this way, Flannery. Alright, we may need to just know Flannery doesn't make kicks. I think we've only made maybe 2 kicks that have been over like 30 yards. And it's only a 5-point game. Harris. Are you hurt? 2:41, 1-point game. Drive time, baby. Let's go. Block for more than 1 second. Block for more than 1 second. All right, we need Billy. Billy. Don't tease me like that, Billy. Kennedy, you got a max block, because if this Billy Ryan route's true, it wasn't. But give me Harris. First down, stay in bounds. Love that, Harris. That's a veteran. That's a senior play. Harris. Let me know this now. Let me know it later. And call it. No. Dude, he just read me like a book. Like a Dr. Seuss book. All right, it's an 8-point game.
He's gonna pass.
Dude.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
If anyone's still around, can think of our history. Let's go. I'm fine with that. I'm so fine with that. All right. A 2-point conversion here. I love cut on a zig here before even seeing it. So we just got to make sure everything is perfect. So what should John do? John should double zig. Dorial Green Beckham, deep cross. Take everybody with you. God! What are we doing? We didn't need to think there. Dude. Bro. That throw has been made by Harris 100 out of 100 times. Up until right then. Good thing we gave ourselves enough time. We got to trust our defense. Four yards. 3 yards. Come on. Watch, or is that risky? Oh, God. All right, chat. If someone lets me know within like 30 seconds, watch or just press the button. You'll decide that. The chat will decide 30 seconds. So we have to watch. I'm like so nervous right now. I'm like shake. My heart's... Come on, boys. The stadium pulse, get louder, Amherst, get louder.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Nice job to get
that dude who made the tackle just stood behind the first down line.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much
Why?
time as possible for their offense.
Why did you wait?
And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news.
Should have just pressed the button.
Good news is you're going to score. This offense
That's unfortunate loss.
they can light up the scoreboard. Bad news though, David, they've got a lot to clean up.
Flannery field goal would have helped. That's where we lost points on the board. So, the only glass half full I have to come out of that game, because that was UMass breaks school record in 39-37 loss to UMass. I don't know what that means. All right, that sucks. That sucks. All right, if we're still ranked, so this is the glass half. I'm not looking at the screen right now. If we're, oh yeah, talking about good guard, Blaine Ritter. So I'm going to say this real quick before I keep going. I think they were showing more love to UMass before than I would have thought originally. If we're still ranked, that's a good sign. Here's the reveal. Maybe after Billy. I'm going to skip over that. All right, we're not ranked. Damn, that one play is just... It's a team sport. Drop from rankings. All right, so no one else's votes. So that shouldn't mean we're still, like, right on the outside. Hopefully. Jimmy, we're about to sign up too. Thank you for joining. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, turn on those post noties. Come back for the next one. It was a pleasure having you. Shout out Jimmy Smith Johnson. Shout out my boy JSJ. JSJ. Unless whoever you are, you turn out to be like some like bad guy. You might have a spot for you on the team next year. I might be able to pull some strings. But, all right. So, we are going to sign off there. I think we had a fun stream overall. Some close finishes that could have been wins. All right. So, we have 3 games left. So, we have 4 games. Counting the MAC championship, hopefully. That sounds like a great place to get through, because the 2 MAC games and the Army games, obviously I know we just lost Eastern Michigan in a little thriller, but I think we're going to win the first 3 games for the next 3 games. Then we got the MAC Bowl. If things fall our way, who knows? But hey, let's get some dogs to the league to feed their families, to support their loved ones, all that great stuff. All right, so last closing thought, just more of a general thing. Last year, we had it at the right time, the right moment. It was just the perfect mix of seniors, juniors, sophomores, freshmen. So far, I wonder if our seniors have been able to pick up some of the leadership lost. That's my biggest question right now. And I know a few guys in there are definitely leaders, and they're captains for a reason. Like, I manually went and set them as captains. But there's a few other guys I am wondering about. And I'll say, there's one name that I'm not thinking about that I think would be the first one any logical fan would think about. But I'm not thinking about that person, honestly. But hey. Do you believe in miracles? Sometimes I do. Thank you for joining in. Like, subscribe, comment, all that great stuff. So, we should be back sooner rather than later. Not another hiatus. I don't even know if 5 days is considered a hiatus, but I've been through a lot, so felt longer than 5 days to me. Anyway, thank you. Take care. Bless up. All that great stuff. Wow, 153. I would have thought it was way longer than that.